Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We're gonna try some more Dragon cards again. Just don't expect me to be an expert at this. All I know is what I learned, and I want to show off to people because this is a truly awesome resource. One of the best resources I've ever found. I found a lot of really good resources. And if you want to play Marvel Champions, you want to play Arkham Horror, the living card game, you want to play Earthborn Rangers, you want to play War of the Rings, you want to play Lord of the Rings, this is the best way to play it, in my opinion. So, without further ado, we're going to show you guys how to set it up again, just going over the basics, nothing too involved. We have our Dragon cards. Alright, we are going to go to our deck builder and we're going to look at my decks and we're going to use Ironman. We just tried Captain America, so we're going to try Ironman. Here's my Ironman Perfected 2.0 deck with this defensive cards. So we're going to copy this URL. We're going to into Dragon cards. We're going to be logged in and we're going to simply click on this. Create a room, private room. Go to load URL. We're going to load in Ironman. Just like that. And then for games, we're going to go into scenario. We're going to go into Rise of Red Skull, and we're going to go to Crossbones. So Crossbones has got the energy shield attached to villain. Attached villain gains retaliate 1. We got to spend a energy and mental resource to discard this card. Da 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 da. There's all the stuff he's got. And we'll flip this over. Alright. Problem's gonna be. Alright, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand. Okay, so, again, knowing your game hotkeys is gonna make this super quick, super fast. But we want to draw up to our hand size. So, Shift D. So, Shift D. You can see our hand size up here in the top. Our hit points, villains. So we can mulligan by just discarding our, discarding. As a tech weapon, uses 3 charges, exhaust it to remove a charge counter from it to deal damage to an enemy. Plus it would give him a tech. Using tech for Tony is very important. Supersonic Punch, deal 4 damage to an enemy, and 8 if he's got the aerial trait. Alright, we will, we're going to discard this one. We're going to discard, let's see, this is going to pay for this. And Supersonic Punch can pay for this one. He would have 2 ticks. Yeah, we'll also discard that one. Okay. Then we'll draw back up. So again, Shift D. And then these cards actually go back into your deck. And you need to shuffle your deck. There you go. Alright. Helmet, armor tech, exhaust it to remove a threat from a scheme. 6 hit points for his armor. Oof. Okay, so we are player turn. Okay. So for his action. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. So again, you can go to the look button. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hang on. Close and keep order. That's fine. What you can do is click this little arrows button, and it tells you, like, shuffle, browse, look at the top 5, look at the top 10, look at X. So we're going to draw the top 3 cards and look at them. We have Repulsor Blast, deal 1 damage to an enemy, discard the top 5 cards. We got a Plasma Pistol, and we got Professor. Ooh, the Professor would allow us to stay. Yeah, we're going to take the Professor. The other 2... discard the other 2. So that gets discarded. You also get discarded. Alright, then we'll shuffle our deck. So that's his special ability. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add one to your hand, and discard the others. Nice. So, I was all set up to put into play a helmet, an electrostonic armor, and an energy barrier, but now the Professor has changed all that. The reason he's changed all that is because normally for Ironman you want to stay in alter ego form until you have enough text, because when you flip over you get a hand size of 1 plus all your text. So if you don't have like 3 or 4 texts out there, you're severely limited. So by not flipping over, I can confuse the enemy, which means he wouldn't be able to use his attack on Mount Athena, and he wouldn't complete it because he only needs 3 to complete it. Which, if we don't go into hero form, he will complete that, like, without a doubt. But the Professor can then confuse the enemy, so that way he wouldn't complete it. So the question is, do we want to try and complete it or not? And I think we don't. We're going to spend 3 resources. We're going to spend 2 energy. And we're going to get rid of his armor, I think. Then we can put into play this and this. Yep. Alright, so that's the 3 we're going to use to bring the Professor, and the Professor is then going to confuse, which is a number 5 icon, so he is going to get 5. He's going to be confused. Okay, and then I'm going to... Oh no, I can't do that. What the hell was I thinking now? Because I used my... Alright, I'm going to have to... Is that a tech card? At least it's a tech card. So I can play this card by playing Supersonic Punch. We will go ahead and stay in Alter Ego. I will then play Electrostatic Armor. Oh, Jesus. I did not mean... Detached, there we go. Alright, I figured it out. So I can bring this into play for this card here. So it has 1 tech, 2 techs. We have the Professor. I am not going to flip over. So he can't thwart. But it'll give us a chance to get out at least 1, maybe 2 more techs. So we will be done. So again, drawing up to our hand limit. Draw up to hand size, shifty. Alright. And we didn't attack. So he gets one threat at the start of the round. He is confused. So confusion is 5, so we just hit. On the lower half of the card, it's always taking things away. On the top half of the card, it's always adding, so I can just simply do that. And then for encounter cards is E. Shift E. When revealed, concussion grenade. Hero, when you are stunned. No, we're an alter ego. You are confused. Oh, okay. We are confused. Confusion is number 5 again. So we're confused now. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. So he is going to get another threat on the main scheme. Oof. That was a very bad result, to be honest. And then this card goes away, right? You are confused. Place a threat on the main scheme. And that is that. Alright, so it's back to our time. It is our time. We have our team up. Search your deck and for a tech upgrade and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. Ooh. But we need to have we need to get Ironman, a War Machine now first. Expensive tech. So we got a 2 and a 2. That wouldn't be too bad. We can get another energy barrier and a plasma pistol out. Again, he's got this. Gives him retaliate, and we got to spend an energy and a mental. That's a wild. I could spend those 2 to get rid of it. Oh, at the end of the round, the professor went away, so we should discard that. All right. Have to defend against an attack, deal 1 damage to the attacker, exhaust the helmet to remove a threat from the scheme. That is a hero action, so we do need to be in hero form for that. We can get rid of this card. Energy and mental. Spending those 2 resources. If we did that, then we could put out the force field generator. We'd have to spend all 3 of this, which means we would have 3 techs, so we would only have a hand of 4. So you can see how punishing this is. I could get this out, energy barrier, and this one. You know what? We're going to go ahead and discard this and this to discard that. Okay. We might just let him complete this, unfortunately, but we'll play this. 1, 2, 2, 3. This is going to need counters, so you can see if you want counters, generic counters are number 3. So number 3 is 6 generic counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, because there's 6 counters on there. So the question is, do we stay in Alter Ego and let him complete this mission? Or do we go into Alter Ego and then we would only get 4 cards? And I I mean, we might as well. We can flip back and forth. I might as well. We'll flip over, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to thwart, which will get rid of my confused. So I'm going to exhaust. Exhaust is A, so exhaust. I will lose my confused status because I'm no longer confused because I tried to thwart. But now, I can now thwart with my helmet to exhaust it, to remove, again, one counter off of there. Shift R readies everything, and Shift D. Oh no! I thought it was Shift D. Yeah, Shift D. Draws up to my hand size. Oh, because the game doesn't know how many, because it doesn't know how many texts, it only thinks I got one because that's what it's coded for. So because I have 3 more, I get to draw, and that is my hand size, unfortunately. So, he gets 1 at the start of his turn. He is going to attack us, so he gets an encounter card. We will just accept it. So that is no icons on there, plus the 1 from him. He doesn't get a piercing. Doesn't matter because we don't have a tough. This gets discarded, and we take 1 damage, which comes off of our force field generator, which is going to be generic tokens were number 3. So number 3. Oops. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know where that came from. I thought. Okay. So we should have. I don't know what that is. That must not be a. Yeah, I'm not sure what this token is. Oh. So we should have 5 because we took 1 damage. So we'll just ignore that other token. I'm not sure where it came from. Okay, so he does an attack. Now, deal face up. So that Shift E is a face up encounter card. Place 1 threat on the main. Oh no, look at that. Oh, we forgot to advance. So we did that. Villain activates once. We did that. Draw an encounter card. There we go. Well, that was a bad insight where this card reveals. So that is going to go to 3, which will, when completed. So when it gets completed, we will discard it. Go to the Infinity Stone. We'll flip that card. Reveal the top card of the experimental deck. So there is. I have to actually move me out of the way to show you this, but down here in the bottom end corner, there's like other displays that you can bring up, and you can see that is our Nemesis set. If we have that, we have this, we have this. Experimental. Yeah, so the experimental weapon deck should have actually been. That was not drawn, was it? Let's see if it's in his. So where is the experimental weapon deck? Is a great question. I don't think it's under him. No, it's not under him. Experimental weapons. Yes, but where does it... It's going somewhere. Where is it going is the question, right? So... That's the victory display. You have the campaign deck. You have the out of play. And then you have your nemesis sets. Where is the... It's not under that either. Alright, in Site 1, when this card is revealed, place one threat from the main skin. Revealed. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a weapon attachment is discarded. Then reveal the card. Okay, so... Oh. It's not a weapon attachment. So discard it. That is a weapon attachment. So this can get attached when discard cards until a weapon attachment is discarded, reveal the card. Okay, so that was a very bad card for us. I'm still trying to figure out where the... Let's see. Treachery side scheme. Upgrade. Resources. Attachments. Ally. Event. Support. Minion. Obligation. Alright. I don't know, to be honest, where the experimental weapons deck is. Where is it hiding? Review encounter cards, we did that. Place in the first round. Getting around. Yes, if I had the weapons, it's going to be hard to play against this guy if we don't have his and I tried to load it, which it will let me find it and load it, which is interesting. Experimental weapons modular set. So it loads it, but it doesn't, like, where is it loading it? I don't know. That's Weapon Master. It's not in his. It's just not in his deck. I can see it's not in his deck. It's not in his discard pile. Yeah, this is just the Nemesis stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with the weapons. The experimental weapon deck. Let's spawn card. Oh, you need the name of it? Oh man, okay. Alright, well we don't want to do that then. For those of you wondering out there, if you can have more than just one player playing, you can have up to 4 players. As you can see right there. Spawn card. Random. Yeah, there's the cards we went through. Okay. Weapon Master. Oh, experimental weapons. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to have a bunch of them, aren't we? Because I loaded it a bunch of times. Yeah, I've kind of messed up. Experimental weapons. Experimental weapons. Experimental weapons. Experimental weapons. Well, now we know it went there. Experimental weapons. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of them in here. God. They're all under the attachments group. Let's look at attachments. Alright, so that's... Alright. Close and shuffle. Alright, so now we can take all of these cards. We've already completed one of them, which was which one? It was... What's in his discard pile? The fist. Okay. Keep order. Alright. So this card, delete. This card, delete. This card, delete. 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 Okay, so these 3 cards are going to actually go over here into this group over here. And then, so we will just keep those as 1, 2, and 3. And now what you can do is something really cool. You can go to random and do random number. So actually roll a random 3 dice. And it rolled, you can see down here, choose a random number 1 to 3, and it rolled a 2. So we're going to take the number 2. So yes, it took me a long time to get it there, but we did get it there. Yep, and if I would have looked, Phoenix Knight said the same thing. If you look at the log, it actually shuffled into the encounter deck. Yes, thank you, buddy. I appreciate your help. All right, so we will, because of this stupid event that we got, Raid the Armory, it incited 1, which made him complete the stupid side scream, and then discard cards from the top of the encounter deck into a weapon attachment. So we got this stupid weapon attachment, which is Crossbones machine gun. So all in all, he only did 1 point of damage to us, but now he's got 2 more things out. It's going to use 2 ammo counters, so we will use generic counters again, which is number 3. So 2 generic counters on there. When Crossbones attacks you, remove an ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons. Okay? And this is spend 1 resource or everything to get rid of it. Otherwise, he gets +1 and +1. He's got the exosuit. Okay. Not a big deal. We've only got 3 techs. This shouldn't have anything on it because it just got flipped over. I don't know why. So number 2, we should remove that. Okay. Oh, I know why. Because it starts with 1 per player, dumbass. That's why. The game did it for me. I don't know why. Okay. Now it's our turn. Turn 2. There we go. And we can come in and magically tell the game that we actually have a hand size of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't think we want to be on this side with only 4 cards. So, we need some more tech. We need some more tech. We need some more tech. Or we need to get rid of this. Energy, mental, and physical. Yeah, I don't do that. I do all energy. Just deck is pretty much all energy. Huh. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Discard the top 5 cards for each printed resource. Deal 2 additional damage to that enemy. Piercing. He's going to do indirect damage. And this card gives him +1, +1. Oh, I don't... that's going to be extremely hard to get rid of. Because we don't do that. We just don't do it. I think I'm going to do a 1-in-1. I think I'm going to do a 1-in-1. I'm going to play a Repulsor Blast, and then I'm going to do Endurance. I could pay for both of those. If I do a 2, I don't have enough to play the extra card. So I'm going to do a 1-in-1. So I'm going to play this card first, which gives us +3 hit points. I'm actually going to use this card to pay for that card. So +3 hit points. We come in here and tell the game we now have 12 hit points. I don't think it automatically knows that. And then I'm going to do a repulsor blast. I'm going to pay this card for that. Attack! Deal 1 damage to an enemy and discard the top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource. So from our deck, we can click on this little thing. And we're going to look at the top 5 cards. So we have a physical, which doesn't help us. We got 1 energy, 2 energy, a mental, and so we got 3 of them. 3 energies. 1, 2, 3. So 3 of them. Do they get discarded? Yes, they get discarded. So these cards all get discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will then shuffle our deck. Okay. So we deal 1 damage to the enemy and discard the top 5 cards for each. So we get an extra 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1, we did 7 damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we don't even need to keep track of it on there for doing it here. I guess you would do that with just minions, maybe. Right? And then this card gets discarded. And what am I going to do? Oh, and he doesn't have retaliate. No, he does not have retaliate. So he does not retaliate against us. Ha ha ha. I think what I'm going to do is, am I going to attack him? Punch him in the face? Thwart? I don't need to heal. I've got no damage. So I might as well thwart for 1. So just remove that counter. Do that. I will then flip over to my alter ego side. I can, oh, that's right, I can look at the top 3 cards of my deck. So that's kind of nice. Look at the top 3. Oops, not 34, just 3. And I get to add 1 to my hand, although I won't be, oh boy. Got another repulsor blast. We'll add that to our hand. This gets discarded. This gets discarded. We will then shuffle our deck. And we will ready. Ready everyone is probably just R, right? Ready all is Shift R. Yeah. Ready. Ready everyone. And then draw up to our maximum is Shift R. Oh no, that's Shift D, right? Is draw. Yeah, Shift D. Shift D. I'm still learning the game. What can I say? All right, that is that. So he gets 1 at the start of his turn. He is then going to try to scheme on us. To draw an encounter card. And his 1 icon plus 1 is 2 more. So he will scheme for 2 more. This card will get discarded. Then we'll have a Shift E to get an encounter card face up. Oh, it is a cornered staff. When revealed, discard 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. Place 1 additional threat here for each boost icon discarded this way. Discard 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. So we will discard this. It has got 1 icon on it, so we will add another threat to this. Threat is 2. Well, so that's got 4 threat on it. Okay, well, things are getting real here for Ironman. I would like to pay for Iron Nick Fury. Let's do that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll bring them in. So it costs 4. That's a steep price. We're going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring them into play. Then we will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's something. It is something. We're going to go ahead and exhaust him. He's going to thwart for 2. So we're going to remove 2 threat from cornered staff. I am going to bring in ingenuity by paying strength for that. I guess we're going to put out the... Oh boy. We're going to bring out the rocket boots. We're going to pay this for that. I'll give us another tech. Oh. I should have remembered. I could have... God, I should have looked at the top cards on my deck. I could have added a card to my hand. I guess, I mean, we still can, but it's not going to help me because I should have remembered to do that. I might have altered what I did for my round, especially if I would have known we were getting genius, I might have done things differently. I'm not going to undo what I just did. That's terrible. I will get this. This card gets discarded. This card gets discarded. I'll shuffle my deck. Damn. That sucks because I literally have 3 resources waiting to do things. I can use this to activate this, exhaust this card, and spend a mental resource. So I can spend her mental resource to gain aerial till the end of the round. Although that technically will do things. So I will exhaust this to get this. I also get a hit point, so I should go up a hit point from this deck. We will flip over. Ironman will. Oops, we will exhaust to delete. We can discard this because we got 2 thwarts. That's all it had on it. Get out of here. Okay. This card here, I can exhaust the helmet to remove threat. I get to remove just 1 threat. That card gets exhausted. I did not defend against an attack. We don't have to worry about that. And I already gained my hit points from this card. So I am going to shift R to ready everything, right? Is it shift R? Ready all, shift R. Our hand size is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So shift D to draw. We get an encounter guard because we went through her deck. How in the hell did that happen? Okay, lovely. So we're going to move right into place threat on the main scheme. There, we'll do something like that. Okay. So, post threat on the main scheme did it. Villain is going to activate against us. Yes, so he draws an encounter card. We have Nick Fury to block, so Nick Fury is going to exhaust. We'll flip this card. Give the villain a tough stat. Oh, Jesus Christ. So he's going to get tough is number 7. So he will get 7 tough status on his stupid ass for a stupid encounter card. So damage, he's only going to do 1 point of damage though. He's been doing some pretty wimpy attacks. So, well, it's only got, no wait, 2 because of this one. 1, 2, 2 damage. So 2 damage comes off of our shield here. That is number 3. So it's going to go down for 3. Look at that. You can see down here. Remove generic token, remove generic token. Okay. This can get discarded. Okay. He gets an encounter card now. We're going to do these in order. So flip this one. That is Hydra Flame Soldier. Force response after Hydra Flame Soldier makes an undefended attack against you. Discard a support you control. Okay. And the other encounter card is another Hydra Flame Soldier. Okay. Alright, so Iron Man is about ready to be suited up. So he's going to get... The cool thing is he can get up to 7 cards hand size. So I'm going to put in the arc reactor, which costs 2. We're going to use the genius to pay for that card. And then we're going to pay the powered gauntlets, which we're going to pay these 2 cards to pay for that. I am then going to exhaust my ingenuity to pay for rocket boots. So we will be aerial for the rest of the round. Really? Wow. After they make an undefended attack against you, discard a support you control. That's upgrade, 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 and upgrade. So I have no supports. So he can attack me with this stupid all he wants. Because all we have are upgrades. Jerkface. Okay. Because I have got aerial, I can do 2 damage. Exhaust this to do 2 damage to an enemy. We will deal 2 damage to this guy. I will then have Ironman exhaust and punch this guy, which will only remove his tough status. So he's gonna lose his tough status, which is fine. But then my arc reactor will ready, and ready Iron Man. Iron Man does whatever a spider can. Oh wait, that's the other guy. All right. Okay. Just trying to see how I want to do this. We can go ahead and exhaust this. And because I got aerial, I can remove a threat here. So down to 2 threats. And I'm going to have Iron Man exhaust and remove 2 more threats. Okay. That was pretty good. That was not too shabby, I think. We shall see. Control R to ready everything. Our hand size now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, baby. 7 cards. Oops, 7. There you go. And we have a Shift D to draw. All right. Bring it on there, buddy. So you get a threat at the start of your round. You will try to engage us. Do I want to defend against this attack? Oh, when he attacks, he should be doing extra damage. Right. So I gotta remember to do that. So he's gonna deal extra damage. Oh man, we're gonna freaking blast this guy into next week. We are gonna literally blast this guy into next week. I got 2 repulsor blasts coming up. Are you kidding me? We're gonna blast this guy into next week. I feel good about this now. So I don't care how much damage. We got plenty of hit points. So he is gonna do 1 plus 1. So 2 plus a card. Flip it. It's got 3 icons, so that's not good. 3, 4, 5 damage. Okay, that changes everything. So that stinks. So this card is going to go away. So that is boom, boom, boom. And that was 3 damage. He did 5, so I'm going to take 2 damage. 2 damage. Down to 11. That was his, and then this card gets discarded. Alright, that was his attack. And then this guy is going to attack against us. I'm just going to take the damage from each of these guys. Or do I want to defend and deal... I have to defend now. Just take 2 damage from him. Boom, boom. Each one does 1 point of damage to me. That's fine. No big deal. Alright. And then he draws a... What is it? Encounter card face up. Shifty. Another flame soldier. What the hell? Another flame soldier? I do not remember this at all. And when I played Crossbones a million times, like, all right. Anyways, he's in big trouble. He just doesn't realize it, but he's in big freaking trouble. Because I got 2 repulsor blasts. I can stun him by bringing Mockingbird in. So, let's see. What is, where did that go? Oh, here we go. I can spend this to do this. I can spend this card on this. So that's 2 repulsor blasts. And I spend these 3. Okay, I'm bringing in Mockingbird. Okay, let's bring in Mockingbird. I'll do that first. We'll pay the strength and the martyr to bring in Mockingbird. When she enters play, stun an enemy. We will stun Crossbones. Stun is number 6, so we will give him a stun condition. Oh, that's what that other token was. Okay. I must have been hitting 6 instead of 3. Okay, for generic tokens. Oh, you know what? We forgot to do his... When he did his attack against us, he should have done an extra. So we will discard the top card of his deck. And it is 1 icon. So we have to take 1 indirect damage. So it would have just been another point on him. Okay, so I forgot to do that. I'm going to remember to do it. Okay, so... right, so we stun him because we brought Mockingbird in. Thank you, Mockingbird. All right, now it's fun time. It's fun time. Funsies time. If we could flip him over, he's only got 5 hit points. Can we flip him over before we do that is the question. I'd like to... No, I don't think... Okay. I'm going to exhaust my ingenuity so I get the rocket boost. So we got aerial for the rest of the round. Alright, we're going to play this card. We're going to use this to pay for it. Again, 5 cards off the top of our deck. Looking for lots of energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would have done 11 damage to him. Unfortunately, we only need 5 to knock him out. Alright, so all these cards get, let's see, discarded. How do we... Discard, 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 discard. Okay. And then we can shuffle. All right. So that would have been 5 times 2 plus 1. Would have been 11 damage, but he only had 5 hit points. I know it was a big waste. But we have defeated him, so now his new version comes in. Reveal the search and counter deck and discard pile for Crossbones machine gun, which he already has. Alright, so we don't have to do that. That was a good time to do that because it's going to go away here in a minute, so we might as well do that. So he's flipped over. He's got 14 hit points. Okay, and we're going to do another one. We're going to do an... Oh, so this one goes away. Bloop. But now we're going to play another Repulsor Blast. And we're looking at 5 cards again. Come on, give me just like we just had. 1, 2, 3. which is 6 plus 1, 7 damage. He's down to 7 hit points. They all get discarded. Discard. Discard. I think you can just XXX. Yep, okay. Shuffle your deck. This gets discarded as well. That was not bad. I'm going to use my power gauntlets to deal 2 damage. They get spent. I'm going to do 2 damage to this guy. He's going to get killed. He disappears off the face of the earth. I am going to use Ironman to Boy, I can't believe he's only at 1 for attack. That's just not right. He will... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. He's going to exhaust. I mean, he might as well punch Crossbones in the face. We'll use the arc reactor to ready Iron Man. Iron Man will then punch him again in the face. He's down to 5 hit points. I will then use the helmet to remove a threat. That is number 2. It is removed. And we will shift R to ready everyone. We still are... I think we're only going to need 6 cards this time. We got 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. Yes, we only get 6 cards because we lost that one. Yep, so we only have 6 cards this time. So let's adjust this. We will shift D to draw 6 cards. We will then place threat on the main scheme as number 2. He will then try to encounter us. We will have Mockingbird jump in the way. Oh, wait. He is stunned. He's not going to do anything. Undo that. Put that back on top of his deck. He is stunned. He does not get to do anything. That is number 6. So he removes his stun. You are not spent there, Mockingbird. We will then get an encounter card. And I think this, if we live through this encounter card, he's going to die. The villain attacks you. Okay, well, good thing we left Mockingbird then available. So he is going to attack us. Mockingbird will jump in the way. He will do 3, 4, 5 damage. Poor Mockingbird. That was not very nice, Mr. Crossbones. These guys should have attacked as well. They would each do a point of damage. 1, 2. We would have to discard any supports. We own nothing but upgrades, though. Yes, they're all upgrades. Okay. All right. Sorry about your luck there, Hydra Flame Soldier. I can't believe these guys have 4 hit points. That's crazy. All right. And it's back to our turn. He's only got 5 hit points, so it's probably GG, game over at this point. Especially since I got another Repulsor Blast. But before we do the Repulsor Blast, oh, well, we could just do this and kill him too. Supersonic Punch. We can get aerial by this combo is awesome. Ingenuity with the rocket boots is an amazing combo. You just activate this to activate this. You get aerial every single round for free. And then you get bonus damage on this. You get bonus damage on this. You get bonuses on this. Yeah, so that's a great combo. So we're going to punch him and kill him, I think. So let's do it. 2. We'll pay... I'll pay 1, 2 to pay for this card. Before we actually do that, we're going to exhaust this to get aerial. So we're going to deal 8 damage to the enemy, and that's going to wipe him out. And he's gone. When he attacked, we would have had to take some indirect damage from this attack again. So let's draw a card. What is draw a card? God damn it. Draw a card is D. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nope. Not me. I want him to draw a card. Alright, so it would have been one icon on there, so we would have taken one indirect damage, which we would have put on ourselves. Okay. And then this whole thing would go away like that. Alright, so that is, wow, Iron Man, I tell you what, when he gets ramped up, he is a beast. It's that first round. If you can survive that first or second round where you got very little deck. We had Professor show up in the first round, which confused the enemy, which means we could stay in Alter Ego. We got like 4 or 5 decks out pretty quickly. And that's the key with Iron Man, because you can see like he does a lot of damage once he gets set up. You need to get his power gauntlets, you need to get his arc reactor, you need to get his rocket boots and his ingenuity. But once he gets those, I really like Iron Man. He's a fun guy to run. That is Dragon cards once again here. Still learning, still trying to figure it all out, but it is without a doubt the best way to play. And exactly when, like 3 or 4 weeks from now when we play this, we're going to be able to fly through these games like nobody's business, I think. And again, we're going through the whole Lord of the Rings cycle from start to finish, which is a huge undertaking, but I've decided to do that. And so we're going to be able to do that in this program and keep track of everything. And it's going to be a awesome, awesome time. So thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. See you next time.